2017. Just 10 winters ago, Lewis Hamilton was warming up for what was going to be his first world championship. Youngest ever. Not bad. But hold it there. Even more impressive than that. 30 years ago, Senna and Prost were losing sleep over who would be the fastest when driving the same race car. Turns out they smashed every possible record you can think of. 15 Grand Prix wins in their first year together. Are you kidding me? That's a record. And as to who was faster, well, I leave it for you to decide. Now, you've probably done the maths. 10, 20, 30 years. This is a sport where only thing that matters is who opened the last champagne bottle. And guess what? 2017 wasn't going to be a vintage year for us. Don't hold your breath for too long. A team designed to win 15 Grand Prix a year doesn't sit still. Frank, how are you? Pleasure. David, Zach, how are you?
Hi.
How are you? Zach, pleasure.
Hi. How are you? Nice to meet you.
It'd be great if everyone can join me upstairs. We got a little bit of a surprise. It's good to stretch yourself, right? To be a game changer. And that's what we're doing here. One of these guys is a digital setup. Prost, Hackett, Alonso. Think about this. There are millions of gamers out there. Right now, they're testing different setups, driving endless miles, taking themselves to new limits. We thought we'd put you through a little bit of Indy 500 competition. This year, Indianapolis was probably our most important race. Fernando did an unbelievable job. You know, he had a chance of winning the race. Led 27 laps to see how you guys do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first World's Fastest Gamer competition. Today, 11 of the best gamers in the world will race for the best job in esports. Whoever can convince the coaches will become the simulated driver for the legendary McLaren Formula 1 team, helping them win championships. From the United Kingdom, in light blue, Harry Jacks. In light green. From France, David Legar in pink. And Aurélien Mallet in blue. Similarly from Indianapolis, David Hoch in purple. From Mexico, the rookie, Jordi Maldonado in orange. From the Netherlands, Visa Vegas E-Race champion Roy Beats in dark blue. Shuttles in yellow and iRacing qualifier Rudy Van Doren in red. From Finland, five-time world champion Gregor Hutu in blue. And from Denmark, the surgeon Henrik Drew in magenta.
Welcome.
But we're here. Your first race is going to be Interlagos in Brazil.
What we're looking at here is how we can take a gamer and make them a simulator driver.
An amazing start, world champion Gregor Hutu with a light blue car.
The first corner. Bono, fortunately you are out of the race.
Gregor Hutu is a five-time iRacing world champion, but now last.
You want to continue, you want to win.
Gregor Hutu is pulling 4 seconds a lap here.
Gregor Hutu wins the first World's Fastest Gamer Grand Prix.
Siistiä. No niin, ei muuta kuin hana.
A rolling start with Gregor Hutu in P1 after winning yesterday. But Rudy in the red car wants to make his mark. Bono, Visa Vegas E-Race champion, is now firmly at the back.
I think he needs a slightly more aggressive coaching style.
I agree, and I can do that. Right now, I wouldn't choose you. I wouldn't work with you. Yesterday, you crashed on lap 1. Not your fault. You didn't ask me or any of the the coaches or Phil, wow, what happened? Why didn't Gregor, that won the race, was penalized because he hit me from behind?
Did he hit me? I didn't even know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter for me anyway. It's nothing I could do. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're here to win. And you lost the first race already.
I don't have anything to ask yet, so if I have anything to ask...
You don't think you are here to learn then? What did you do in free practice?
In free practice, I tried first a 17 lap stint, I think. Just see the balance of the car, how it changes, how the tires develop.
Did you try 8th gear for a lap?
No.
Why?
Because it was at the end of the race and I just wanted to get there, you know. If I am not...
If we put Ayrton Senna in the car and we told him before the race, you're going to have a problem, 10 laps to the end, you're going to be stuck in 8th gear. You know what he was going to do? He's going to try 8th gear, he's going to try to improve his lap times because he could get to that position and fighting for the position for P1 with someone else. If you're there and you have an attitude and you're the best in the world, in your own world...
I don't have an attitude at all, I think.
Yeah, but you don't talk to us.
Because I have nothing to ask, you know.
You have, because you're here to learn. We have more experience
I will ask
than
if I have
you.
something to ask, you know.
The thing is, right now, as we are, I wouldn't choose you.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't work with you.
Right.
Because you don't need to work with us, because you know everything.
No, I don't know everything, but I know about that race, because I've done races like that, exactly 71 laps, with that car, on that track, in the World Championship Series.
You did races where you get stuck in 8th gear?
No, that I did not do.
Okay.
David,
Try drafting on the straights.
he'll help you close up on the car in front.
Somehow, Rudy has broken his toe and is out on his own. The Dutchman in the red car now leads the pack and is improving every lap.
Rudy is killing this. He is super quick. He's been the quickest in the first sector. He's doing well.
He's using all the track. He's playing the long game. I mean, what he needs to think about now is just the strategy and how he's going to do his fuel stops. He's just flowing. I mean, no one else is getting anywhere near him. And if you look at the way he's driving,
Well, I didn't know that was so necessary to talk to you guys or anything.
Of course it is. Think about it. You're outside your world. This is not your virtual gaming world. This is real life. This is a real job interview.
Yeah.
Okay? So if I'm outside my world, even if I know what I'm doing, I want to get as much information as I can. Okay? Otherwise...
Yep. Yeah. But if
I don't know.
Isaac attacks to the inside, Bono can't defend. He is overtaken and now last. The talented Dutchman is going nowhere.
I'm here to help you to get the job, but you need to help me.
All right.
Okay, it's a bit of Jerry Maguire thing here. Help me, help you.
Right.
Okay,
Well, I'll talk to you
otherwise we're
before the
not
races,
going to go
then.
anywhere.
Okay.
I have money on you. I know that you're fast. I know that you can do it. You've raced against the best, and you have won races and championships. So help me.
All right.
Okay? You're in the winning team now.
Rudy is truly smashing this. Lap by lap, he's building a huge margin. There's now over 20 seconds between him and his compatriot Bono at the back.
One of the biggest bit of advice is to be patient, because the race is normally settled in the last few laps, so it's keeping your car clean and in good condition. But being near the front but not necessarily leading the race, 'cause unless something really strange happens, normally nobody pulls away at the front, so there's always a big pack of cars fighting right till the end.
If you look at fuel from both Rudy and Bono, they are clearly in different race strategy. You have more fuel now on Bono than Rudy.
Rudy's clearly shown he's quick. I'd almost be tempted to say you're now got to start playing the fuel game.
Yeah. I think they are thinking about fuel. I think Bono has a speed.
So it's quite an important technique to be able to save fuel, so it's lifting a lot before the corners coming, and so you're coasting through, but not losing a position. So it's something a driver needs to learn over a long period of the race to how much fuel he can save. All the corners are quite different, although on a plan view they look the same. Obviously the ones at the end of the long straights are much different to the ones at the end of the short straights. And yeah, it's a bit of a mental game you have to play with yourself.
Following from the blue car, out of Isaac's tow, he overtakes the green machine to claim P9. The slow pace in the slipstream has saved him a lot of fuel, so he's clearly now driving the heaviest car with the most fuel so he can pit later. I wonder if this strategy's going to work.
I saw you race in Vegas in the Formula E competition. I was there, so clearly you have plenty of speed and talent. When Fernando competed at Indy, he got out of his comfort zone. You know, there's a certain way drivers conduct themselves and their responsibilities through a Formula One weekend, and that's a lot different than an IndyCar weekend. And what Fernando did is he became an IndyCar driver. He didn't say, I'm a Formula One driver, here's how I do it. He wanted to understand how do you do it over here in Indianapolis, and he did it the Indianapolis way. So he was very adaptable, respectable, and then people wanted to help him. And I've seen Formula One drivers come over to Indianapolis thinking that they're going to kick everyone's butt. And they end up getting their butt kicked, and not because they weren't a great driver, but because no one helped them. People went out of their way to not help them. You know, I think that's really important in a competition like this, because I think all 11 drivers are fantastic drivers, so the decision that we're going to have to make is probably going to be based on something beyond pure talent behind the simulator, but it's going to be who's a complete package.
Bono is picking up the pace. He now passes David Lagarde for P8. Bono wheel to wheel with Gregor Hutu. The Finnish champion is struggling with R factor, and Bono passes with ease.
Bono started really from the back and is fifth now.
Brett Schotthorst in the yellow car.
Oh, what is he doing?
Oh, he's nailed the back of Harry Jacks.
Poor Gregor.
They're both in the wall. 2 races and 2 huge mistakes for the Dutchman.
This is making it very difficult for me to assess Freck. You know, he's now had 2 races, 2 major mistakes. I mean, at the moment, how am I going to take someone through that I can't assess if he doesn't finish a race?
Chipping away, Bono in the dark blue car is fastest on track, up to P2, passing Jordi Maldonado. Rudy in red remains at the front, extending that lead.
Bono's in second now.
It's all about race strategy. It's being just clever. It doesn't need to lead. It needs to be there, 20 laps to go, in the right position to win the race.
I mean, we've seen from the data from Michael that Rudy has the pace.
So does Bono. He's there. He's there.
The pit window has now opened. Most of the cars will have to refuel.
Rudy, you can pit now, but you may lose time. It might be worth waiting for a yellow.
Rudy must be running out of fuel at any moment.
2 litres of fuel left.
Rudy has to pit now, but it's under green flag conditions. Is this a mistake? Leading for so long in clean air means he will lose the most fuel. Rudy needs a very quick pit stop if he wants to hold on. Here comes Bono onto the main straight, whilst Rudy is still in the pit lane. Down off the jacks, off we go. Rudy exits the pit lane with a heavy car. Still behind, Bono is flying down the straight into turn 1. It's going to be close.
He's going for it, he's going for it.
Bono is coming fast.
Go, 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 go.
to get up to speed.
Get done. Yes.
Bono into the lead. What a fantastic recovery. Starting from the back, he is now in first position.
I think he was out of sync on pit stops. So for me, I'd say Rudy, he made the wrong call. Completely wrong call to come into the pits when he did.
On board with Bono. How things have changed since the start of the race. With that clever strategy, he's now certain to lap the entire field.
Indy 500 race, having a 54-second lead when you're getting to 150 laps is a very comfortable lead if nothing happens.
Rudy. Slow car coming out of the pits.
Woody Maldonado, oh, he's lost it coming out of the pit lane, comes across the circuit. Rudy Maldonado, oh, shifts to the right-hand side to miss him.
What was that?
And he's lost the rear end into the wall. It's a huge accident. We're going to get another safety car period. What a frustration for Bono. He's going to lose his advantage.
You can see how calm Bono looks, but I can guarantee you from the inside he must be like burning, thinking. I had like almost 55 seconds lead.
The rules allow those a lap behind to pass the leader and claim a lap back.
He'll bunch them all up. Yeah, so let's see what they can all do on the restart.
We have an identical scenario here to what happened with Fernando Alonso at Indy 500 2017 this year.
One of the things that was very impressive, is very impressive about Fernando, is when he went to Indianapolis. Clearly, he's one of the best drivers in the world, but his humility and his appreciation for the difficulty of the task ahead and the respect that he had for all of the competitors at Indy. Well, I think his self-belief is, I'm better than all those guys. You got to keep that inside and let that confidence come through in your driving ability and the way you conduct yourself.
We're all together again. It's only 20 laps now to go, and we have 6 drivers in the same lap.
Safety car in this lap. Full throttle. And it's an amazing start from Bono, who pulls away from the pack right after the restart. Van Buren into second.
Look how sharp he is, and he's always on it.
Bono is flying. More and more seconds.
He's the only one that never did a mistake going on the restarts. He's always get an advantage out of it.
6 laps left, 6.5 laps.
Bono is flying, putting more and more seconds between himself and the chasing group. 4 battles for second position. Isaac and Creed side by side with Rudy Van Buren in red. And he takes the position. Rudy's accident with Maldonado has really slowed that red car down. It's carrying damage.
Rudy, if he hadn't have got taken out, would have won by an absolute country mile, which wasn't his fault. And also to point out that Bono is the only guy out there with a car that's not damaged.
I don't agree.
Everyone
yeah, but
else
that's part of racing.
No,
he was clever enough to avoid incidents. He was the best. He actually got Rudy on a race strategy.
It was, but I wouldn't say his pace has been electrifying.
Bono is about to start the 200th lap, the final lap of the race. He's 10 seconds ahead of the chasing pack and clicks onto it. The white flag flies in Indianapolis. 2 corners remaining. Isaac on the inside passes Harry. Isaac's charging into second position. And it's Bono who wins the race. What a masterclass from the young Dutchman.
Exactly what I asked him to do. That was amazing. Well done, Bono.
There he is, there's your winner.
Look at him.
He's found that tough.
That's something for him.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Rudy.
He hates me already. Look at you. You just won Indy 500. here now. We have the new Indy 500 winner, so tradition says that the winner.
You got to be a complete driver, so it's not just about skill. At the end of the day, we're in the people business, so the way you're going to get the most out of your task is getting the most out of the people, and that comes down to personality, communication, likability. So I think it's very important that you focus on the entire package because you've got some tough competition.
Afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Collier, Head of Human Performance for McLaren Applied Technologies. Just like to start firstly by probably saying that, congratulations to you all for making it here. You've done that with your own brilliance in your own space, but what we clearly want to do is try and find someone that can make a significant contribution to our racing simulator program.
So what we need to do is go from 11 of the world's fastest gamers down to 6. What we've done is we've put together a battery of assessments. Those are going to be key to finding someone that's going to be good in the simulator.
There's been a lot of vision testing going on, looking at field of vision, the reaction time testing, we had the EEG testing. We've taken all the results, all the data that we've collected that make up our performance process. You kind of ask a question, are they good in the gaming because they're picking up what's going on, or have they just really refined what they do over years of practice, or have they really got these raw skills to adapt quickly? Yeah. It's really about being able to perform under continued stress and really how well that they react to that. What someone does from the stimulus coming in, processing it in their brain, making the choice of what they're going to do, and then actually physically carrying that action out.
This is their last chance to prove themselves in front of the coaches before the first cut, when we select 6 to go through to the next stage of competition. It's out, and it's a great start by Harry Jackson.
Good start. Harry's away. Rudy Freck on the grass around the outside.
Great start from Isaac. He's P2 now.
Yeah, it was really slow.
Okay, you're fast. Okay, you're delivering results, but try to keep focused every single moment. If you're halfway through the race and you feel like you're getting tired, think, let's do 5 laps at a time. Now I want like 5 consistent fast laps. At the end of those 5 laps, look at your difference. Okay, I got 3/10, I got 2 seconds. Let's push from 5 more laps.
It's going to be such an exciting race. Harry Jant rapidly creating a train with Isaac, Bono and Rudy behind.
Sometimes you are better off losing, say, a place in a couple of seconds than you are risking it and damaging the car. So, that sort of 3-4 second loss by getting out of the way or avoiding an incident would mean that you'd have a better package at the end of the race to challenge for the lead. Let's see if Freck's pace, let's see if he can show us something. You've proved yourself you have the speed, so your speed's not an issue. It is more just as a package, joining all the dots up, if you like, and then and showing us what you can do. You don't make the same mistakes again, and obviously, when you do damage the car, it doesn't repair itself.
At the back, the young Mexican Jordi Maldonado fires it up the inside. It's a breaking point, a huge accident. Dave Hendrick drew his stop to the middle of the track. He does not look impressed. Avoided the collision, but it is a setback for Hendrick. One of the games that really needs to impress the coaches in this final Grand Prix.
We need to keep 6. How do we do this?